Well, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name's Raw, and today I'm gonna be doing a review of a show that I watched recently. And you're gonna be able to tell by the title, so I don't really have to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. I watched Julie and the Phantoms. Yes, I'm 23 years old, and I enjoyed it. Um, I have no shame, absolutely no shame. Like being said, there are no guilty pleasures because I don't feel guilty. So, to speak about it, I'm gonna be talking about plot, I'm gonna be talking about the music, and I'm gonna be talking about the ships because it's something that's pretty interesting to me. So, let's get to it. Okay, so the plot of the story, and I'm gonna be try to be as quick as possible with it and try not to rumble a lot. So Julie is a girl. She's 15, 16 years old, and her mom passed away, and she was the reason why she made music. So ever since her mom died, she doesn't feel like it. She doesn't feel as connected as music anymore because her mom was everything, and now just making music makes her feel sad. Then on the other side, we've got these three guys that were actually in a band of four. Bobby was the other member, and the series actually starts with them performing a song that's called "Now or Never," which is awesome. So please hear it out. And they are actually very, very talented. So they are performing. They are actually in rehearsals to perform that night at the Orpheum, and well, they passed away for eating because of eating tainted hot dogs. So Julie is basically asked by her father to clean her mom's studio, and she finds the city of Sunset Curve, which is the band the boys were in. So she plays it, and the ghosts of Luke, Reggie, and Alex appear in her mom's studio. And that's pretty much the start of it. So throughout this whole series, the whole point is just the love of the music and, you know, um, friendship and all of that, which is actually pretty amazing. And I'm gonna be talking about all of that. So, okay. So, Luke is a little shit, and I actually love his character. Probably has to do with something that he's named Luke, because yes, that's I have a soft spot for people who are called Luke. This is Luke Hemmings' fault, of course. We know. Anyway, Luke is a little shit, and he's a rebellious bitch. And I feel so connected to him because he's very much like me. I'm that person that's just so passionate about things, and I just go for them. And I love that about his character. I really do. Then there's Alex, who is a sweetheart. He's awesome. And before I get into anything with him, because I want to talk about him, I'm gonna talk about Reggie. And Reggie is just like the dumb one from the group, but he's also a pretty enjoyable character, and he's just so tender. I don't know. I just love Reggie. I think he's my fave because I want to protect him. He's an idiot, but I want to protect him. And well, then we've got Alex. And one thing that I'm gonna give to the show is that, first of all, the moment he appeared, I was like, he's gay, because my radar was on, and it never gets it wrong. No, but seriously. Not because I'm a stereotype, but because I don't know, I just got that feeling, and then the show literally threw it out in a sense in which they didn't make it, hard to hear, and it was just so normal. And I love that because they don't question it in any moment. they're like, yeah, you don't need to come out. You're you. And that's awesome. And I love it and I love it. And let me tell you one thing. This is one of the reasons why I love the boys' friendship, because there's this thing which is pretty common in fiction, let's say, in which if you've got a gay character, they basically make him pine, just pinning against, yeah, against, no, to every single other male character. And that just pisses me off, because being gay doesn't mean you like everyone. It just means, I mean, like, you're like any normal person and you've got your taste. You're not gonna like the first Dumbo that appears to you. So I really enjoy that they didn't make it weird with his relationship with the boys. I enjoy that it was a complete truthful friendship in that sense, in which the boys were supportive of him, but you can see that they are brothers and that they love each other and that there's no romance between that love. It's just pure love, admiration, and respect. And it is something that, I don't know, it fills my heart, because to me, friendships are far better than romantic relationships. Yeah, because I don't like romantic relationships a lot. It is actually hard for me to ship someone, which we're gonna talk about later. But I don't know. And seriously, I love the idea of them being so good to each other, and that there's no weird relationship in there, because I know that it happens to some people. That I don't know whether you're a lesbian or if you're gay or whatever. Just if you say it to your group of friends, sometimes there's the possibility that some people are gonna be are gonna push you aside, because they're gonna be like, please don't hit on me and things like that, which is awful. And if you are that person, check yourself. Just because a girl likes women doesn't mean that she's gonna like you. And just because a man likes men doesn't mean he's gonna like you. Like, get your shit together. You're not that important, bitch. But seriously, I just love that about the group. That they are genuinely friends, and that there's nothing weird between them, in the sense of they don't just shun him out. Is that the correct word? I guess they they're just so inclusive of him, and they just love him like he's. I'm so into that. I'm so into friendships being healthy. We need more friendships. We need more development of friendships, because they are just amazing. Okay, coming back to the plot. So the thing is, Julie's getting back into music, and the boys basically help her. And it turns out to be that the moment she starts singing, they can join her, and they can be seen when they are playing with her. So this happens throughout the entire season. It is actually quite good, this is one of the reasons why initially, when I saw the trailer for the series, I thought that it was a bad idea, and then I got corrected. I'm glad I did. So the first song that they perform together is Bride, which is a song that she's basically using to get herself back into the music program. And they jump into the scenario with her, and it's just so awesome. And the song is so beautiful. And, well, a series of things that, well, the series developed. You know how that works. Now, yeah, we're gonna talk about the music. The music is beautiful, like entirely in so many senses, in which I just, fucking God. It just, I mean, like the songs, the first song that the Julie sings in is at the end of the first episode, and it's Wake Up, and it's a beautiful song. And then I was like, fuck. She doesn't only have an amazing voice, because she's so friggin' talented, but the lyrics of the songs, every single song that they perform throughout the series, are so heartwarming and beautiful and inspiring, and they are like anthems. And I love them because I really love music that makes you believe and that makes you feel passionate, and that just drives you to be even more human than you are, that it just drives you to feel things. I God damn it. I really love the music in this show. Yeah, except for a few songs, like for example Wow and All Eyes on Me, which are pretty great songs about, but I think that they're a little bit shallow. And it's just so sad because Carrie's character, pretty much the enemy in the series, the mean girl, she's actually very interesting. I think that she has a lot of depth to her, and I want to see that. I hope that if we get a second season, we can see a lot more of development from her, because at the end of the series, it seemed like we were on the right path for it. Okay, having talked about the music, let's talk about the ships. I'm gonna talk about Willie, played by Boo Stewart, and Alex, played by Owen. We've got a gay ship that is actually so cute, and this is weird for me because I don't tend to ship people in general, because I don't like shipping. I just don't find it in me. I'm not here for romantic relationships. I said it before. But they are actually very pretty together, and they care for each other. And that's all I'm here for, honestly. That's all I'm here for. I'm here for people caring for each other and just taking into considerations, just bringing you to my world so we can actually be together. And that's a play out that it happens between them. Willie just actually gets Alex into his world and all of that, even though some shit happens because of that, but still they care for each other, and it's just so pretty. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. We all know that's we want to see more of that. Now let's go to Julie and Luke. Their relationship is pretty interesting, and let me tell you one thing. I realized that this is not the first time that I ship a ghost and a human. My first ship of ghost and human happened in the book Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendra Blake, and it's Anna and Cass. Anna Dressed in Blood is basically my favorite book, and well, Cass is a ghost hunter, and Anna is a ghost. They fell in love. So it's not my first time shipping an impossible ship. It's not. Weird. Okay, let's go on. So, Julie and Luke, they are so beautiful together. It's actually a pretty interesting relationship that they have.
This is an interesting little relationship you and I have.
Luke said that. But no, but seriously, it is so cute in so many senses. I mean, like, first off, they start like banter and all of that, which is nice to see, if I'm honest. But then they just become friends, and when they start the band together, they start writing together. And I feel like because of that, they just begin sharing a lot more about them. And then she finds out the things about his mom and how he wrote On Said Emily for her, and everything that happens is just so beautiful. And the connection that they have, the fact that both of them lost their moms, and that they want to feel more connected to them, and that they help each other for it, and that Luke helps her get into music again, and all of that is just so pretty. But the chemistry that they have, they, for quoting Reggie, they ooze chemistry, and it's just, I'm so here for it. And then in episode 7, Julie goes ahead and just imagines this beautiful play out with Luke. And I was devastated at that moment. But let me tell you, the first time, I thought, no, you're not gonna make me ship a ghost and a human. No. Once, during the second episode, while they were performing Bright, that she goes to him and shares her microphone, and that they can't stop looking at each other. And in that moment I was like, fuck, they're gonna be a thing. And I was fucking right, because they are. And it makes me so happy. First off, because I foresaw it, and I foresaw most of the things. So, and they're so cute together. They're so cute together. And I'm not talking about the actors. So don't come at me saying, oh my god, she's a minor and he's an adult. I can't separate reality from fiction. You should as well. I'm talking about the characters. The characters don't have a lot of age difference. So I'm going with that. I'm not talking about the actors, I'm talking about the characters. The characters have a great chemistry together, and it's obviously because of the actors, because they have a beautiful friendship and that they can play it out, and because they are very talented, seriously. They are very talented. But having a good friendship is one of the great things about being able to, fake a romantic relationship, and they do it so well. Actually, applause to them, because it is just amazing what they do. And there you go. Surprisingly, I shipped them, which is probably the second or third time I have ever shipped someone, because I think that my other ship was Gendry from Game of Thrones, Arya and Gendry. I was a hardcore ship of that one. It's just so complicated for me, because like I said, I cannot give two shits about romantic love. But this time around, fuck. And well, that's pretty much it. Now let's go to the villain, Caleb. I think it was in the first episode in which Alex bumped into him, and when he did, I was like this guy is gonna be a pain in the ass, and I was correct. And I never get it wrong, and I love about never getting it wrong, because of course that's how it works. But I was just like, yes, I'm not gonna trust him. This guy is not trustworthy. And then he appeared again, and the first thing that he does is just laugh evilly, and it's like, dude, do you expect me to trust you in that way? You shouldn't have done that if you wanted my trust, because now you don't have it. You don't. One thing I've got to say is that he does know how to perform, and that was really enjoyable. Not my favorite songs, those are songs that I also skip, but what a show. And well, that was it. Now for the last episode, because I want to talk about that. They just managed to open for Panic at the Disco. I'm a big fan of Panic at the Disco, so that's why I'm speaking of it. And one thing that just didn't sell me out on that is the audience. The audience of that episode was just fast. Flynn said Brandon. It's Brendan. That just threw me off a lot. And one thing that I wish that they have done better was the audience of that, because people who go to Panic concerts are actually very passionate people. And let me tell you one thing. We're used to listening to songs like Bohemian Rhapsody, which are just one of the best things ever. And Brendan Urie has one of the best voices ever. So you're obviously expecting an audience that is so fucking hyped, because we are. Because you know that if you go to a Panic show, you get a great show out of it. So the audience of that just threw me off a little bit, because they weren't hyped enough for me. Especially because you've got Julie, and Madison has an amazing voice. And I was just thinking all the time, these people is not screaming enough. These people is not putting talent in the correct way. So yeah, that. But in all of it, it was just incredible to see. Now, wrapping this up, because I'm speaking to the match. This is an amazing show, and I'm really happy I actually watched it, because it surprised me. It is so hard for me to actually like something and just to want more of that something, because I'm very judgy and I criticize every single little thing I see. But this show just blew my mind, because I'm 23 years old and I actually enjoyed it. I probably shouldn't have, because it's a kids show. Kids show. Oh, learn to speak. Anyways, it was so enjoyable, and I am so happy that it was. Dude, it just blew my mind. Anyway, I'm happy. If you have watched the show, come into the comments with me and just yell as much as you want, because I'm gonna be answering. That's it. I want a second season, Netflix. Give me a second season. Because if not, I'm gonna cancel my subscription, and I'm gonna start watching your shows illegally. So Netflix, if you don't want to be the reason why someone starts a criminal life, renew the series. Please. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to. And, well, always remember to be positive, kind, and curious. Goodbye.